Imagine waking up tomorrow to find your cat sitting on your face. Not because it's cute or needy, but because it's your new ruler announcing breakfast tax. Welcome to What If Horizons, where we bend reality to explore the impossible. Today's question isn't just absurd, it's possibly inevitable. What if cats ruled the world? First, the obvious. Every day would be a national nap day. Productivity would plummet, but happiness metrics, measured in purrs per capita, would skyrocket. Offices replace desks with sunbeams. Meetings are conducted via slow blinks. If you don't respond with an appropriately respectful stare, you're exiled to the land of no treats. Transportation systems undergo radical changes. Forget self-driving cars. Now we have self-driving laps. Public transit is just a network of warm human legs moving at naptime speeds. Traffic jams occur when a single sunspot on the sidewalk attracts too many citizens. Emergency vehicles play a loop of shaking kibble bags to clear the way. The justice system becomes both efficient and terrifying. Crimes are judged instantly based on feline whim. Knock a cup off the table. Death penalty. Trip your overlord while they're zooming at 3 a.m. Believe it or not, also death penalty. There are no appeals, only bribery via premium tuna. Lawyers are replaced with cardboard boxes, because everyone knows once you're in, you're not getting out without confessing. Foreign policy boils down to sniff suspiciously and walk away. Treaties are signed with butt-scented wax seals. Diplomacy consists of two cats sitting back to back pretending the other doesn't exist until someone brings out the feather toy. The United Nations becomes the United Nap Nations, where world leaders groom each other when they think no one's watching. Healthcare is revolutionized. Doctors prescribe sunbeam exposure and aggressive headbutts instead of medicine. Pharmacies dispense catnip and questionable hairballs labeled for immune support. Therapy consists of staring at walls together in silence until you feel marginally better. The economy runs on a single currency, affection. Pay your rent in chin scratches. Groceries cost exactly 3 slow blinks and 1 reluctantly tolerated belly rub. The stock market exists, but it's just a graph tracking how many times a day the Dow Jones gets knocked onto the floor. Education focuses on essential life skills: how to land on your feet, how to demand food without words, and advanced techniques for knocking things off shelves while maintaining plausible deniability. School uniforms are optional, but everyone learns the hard way that fur coats are mandatory. And let's talk infrastructure. Every building is retrofitted with window perches and scratch post columns. Architects finally concede that all structures must accommodate the optimal butt wiggle space standard. City planning prioritizes 3 things: sun exposure, bird watching vantage points, and ensuring no 2 water bowls are within acceptable distance of each other. Meanwhile, humans, former apex predators, now serve as full-time staff. Your job title: warm surface. Promotions are rare but possible. If you're exceptionally good at opening doors on command, you might advance to senior can opener. Retirement plans consist of hoping your feline overlord lets you share the bed instead of kicking you to the floor. But here's the twist. Despite their absolute power, the cats would still act like they're oppressed. They'll stare mournfully at empty food bowls that were full 30 seconds ago. They'll dramatically collapse at your feet like starving peasants despite ruling entire continents. And somehow, humanity would still apologize: "I'm so sorry, Your Majesty, let me refill that immediately." Because in the end, maybe they already rule the world. We just pretend otherwise to preserve our dignity. This is merely the first scratch in our deep dive. Stick around as we explore how feline supremacy transforms arts, science, and why the Postal Service is just cats pushing things off tables until they reach their destination. What if Horizons, where reality is stranger than a cat chasing laser dots at midnight. Now let's examine the cultural revolution under feline rule. The entertainment industry undergoes a dramatic shift. Reality TV is replaced by 24/7 live streams of birds at a bird feeder. The most watched show is called Box or Not Box, where contestants guess whether various objects are, in fact, boxes suitable for sitting. The music charts are dominated by the sound of crinkling paper bags and the rhythmic tapping of paws on hardwood floors at 3 a.m. The art world embraces new movements like scratching post-minimalism and hairball expressionism. Museums display masterpieces such as paw prints on freshly cleaned windows and the toilet water splatter collection. Performance art consists mainly of cats dramatically flopping over in doorways. Critics praise these works for their raw emotional depth, and complete disregard for human convenience. Literature adapts to feline tastes. Bestsellers include How to Serve Your Human and The Art of the Silent Judgmental Stare. Poetry evolves into short, impactful verses like, "Food bowl half empty, yet you claim to love meat monster." The Nobel Prize in Literature goes to an orange tabby who published his memoir entirely through knocking books off shelves in meaningful sequences. Sports become more relaxed. The Olympics feature events like competitive napping, judged on snoring technique and creative sprawl positions, and synchronized yawning. The marathon is replaced by the sprint, then suddenly stop for no reason. Baseball adapts new rules where the ball is actually a laser pointer. And games can be postponed indefinitely when a player spots something interesting in the outfield. Fashion trends take a practical turn. The runway showcases functional pockets for storing treats, clothing resistant to claw marks, and the latest in human as furniture, couture. The most coveted accessory becomes the patented, never-ending treat dispenser, necklace. Business formal now means wearing at least 3 layers of clothing that cats can need comfortably during important meetings. Social media platforms evolve. Instead of likes, posts receive slow blinks. The most influential accounts feature cats reviewing human servants. 2 paws down. This one tried to pet me while I was napping. Viral challenges involve humans attempting to work while a cat sits on their keyboard. #MyHuman is late trends daily as felines worldwide shame their staff for perceived feeding schedule violations. The film industry produces blockbusters like The Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift on kitchen counters, and The Hungry Games, catching treats. Rom-coms follow the touching story of a human who learns to love again after their cat finally allows one belly rub. Horror movies depict the terrifying tale of an empty food bowl that remains empty for, gasp, 5 whole minutes. Journalism adopts new standards. Weather reports now include optimal sunbeam locations and projected bird watching conditions. The business section tracks fluctuations in the global catnip market. Investigative reporters uncover shocking scandals. Local human allegedly pretended not to notice dinner meows. Even language itself changes. Common phrases are replaced with cat-approved alternatives. Good morning becomes, "You're late for breakfast." I love you becomes, "The belly is a trap." Please stop becomes, "I will consider your request while standing just out of reach." Religious institutions adapt their teachings. The 10 Commandments are revised to include, "Thou shalt not close doors ever," and "Thy lap shall always be available upon demand." Places of worship install heated pews and scratching post altars. The concept of hell is reimagined as a place where humans constantly try to give baths. Yet despite these sweeping cultural changes, one mystery remains: why cats insist on bringing their humans gifts of random household objects at 3 a.m. Some scholars suggest it's a tax collection system. Others believe it's performance art. The truth may never be known, much like why a cat will ignore an expensive bed to sleep in a paper bag. As we'll explore next, the scientific advancements under feline rule lead to both brilliant innovations and some questionable priorities. Like the $10 million research grant to study the physics of knocking things off tables, or the controversial development of cat-to-human translation technology that only seems to work for demands involving food. Now let's dive into the scientific advancements under feline rule. Research priorities shift dramatically. The first major breakthrough comes in the field of acoustics, where scientists finally crack the code of the midnight yell. This haunting sound, previously thought to be random, is revealed to be a complex symphony composed entirely of variations on "Feed Me Now." The Nobel Prize in Physics is awarded to a team that discovered how cats can make their meows sound exactly like a baby crying when they want attention. The medical field makes leaps and bounds in feline health. Researchers develop a vaccine for the dreaded empty bowl syndrome, and create a revolutionary treatment for sudden loss of appetite for anything that isn't freshly opened. Human medicine, however, takes a backseat. The leading cause of death becomes tripping over cats in the dark, followed closely by exhaustion from opening doors repeatedly. Space exploration takes on a new direction. NASA's budget is reallocated to develop the first cat astronaut program. The mission, to determine if cats can indeed knock objects off tables in zero gravity. The Mars rover is replaced by the Mars Meover, equipped with laser pointers and a feather wand to attract any potential alien life forms. Environmental science focuses entirely on creating the perfect napping conditions. Solar panels are redesigned to double as sunbeam concentrators. Wind turbines are modified to generate soothing white noise for outdoor naps. Climate change initiatives prioritize maintaining optimal windowsill temperatures year-round. In the tech world, Silicon Valley pivots to developing apps that translate human speech into cat commands. The most popular is Treat or Delete, which allows cats to rate their humans' treat-giving performance. Smart homes are upgraded with automated laser pointer systems and self-replenishing water fountains. The Internet of Things becomes the Internet of Cats, where every device exists solely to serve feline needs. The field of psychology undergoes a fascinating transformation. The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders (DSM) is revised to include conditions like compulsive lap vacating disorder and chronic belly rub resistance syndrome. Therapy sessions consist of humans lying on the floor while cats walk over them, a technique known as purr therapy. Agricultural science dedicates its resources to perfecting the ultimate cat food formula. Research farms grow experimental crops like catnip wheat and tuna corn. The USDA introduces new food pyramid guidelines, with the base consisting entirely of things cats will actually eat instead of just sniffing and walking away. Material science makes groundbreaking discoveries. The first indestructible couch is developed after years of studying claw resistance. Scientists create a self-cleaning fabric that repels hairballs and somehow still attracts cat fur. The most prestigious award in the field goes to the inventor of the infinite scratching post, which somehow still gets ignored in favor of the sofa. Energy research focuses on harnessing the power of zoomies. The first cat power plant is built, using giant hamster wheels that cats chase laser pointers into. While efficient, the system is unreliable, as the cats often lose interest mid-chase to stare at a wall for hours. Even timekeeping changes. The standard second is redefined as the time it takes for a cat to decide whether to go through an open door. Calendars are restructured around the feline sleep cycle, with days divided into nap time, second nap time, midnight zoomies, and why are you waking me up? Yet amidst all these advancements, one scientific mystery remains unsolved: how cats manage to always land on their feet while simultaneously knocking everything else off balance. Some theories suggest quantum entanglement. Others propose a secret anti-gravity device hidden in their fur. The truth may be lost to science, much like that one sock your cat definitely stole but will never admit to. As we'll explore next, the economic landscape under feline rule creates a system where the currency is affection, the stock market is measured in purrs, and the most valuable commodity is a cardboard box that hasn't been sat in yet. Now let's explore the economic revolution under feline rule. The first and most significant change is the introduction of a new global currency, the purr. 1 purr equals exactly 1 minute of uninterrupted lap sitting. Smaller transactions are handled in meows, with 100 meows equaling 1 purr. The exchange rate fluctuates based on the quality of the lap and whether the human is wearing black clothing, which naturally attracts more fur and thus holds higher value. The stock market undergoes a dramatic transformation. Instead of tracking companies, it monitors individual cats and their daily activities. The most valuable stocks belong to cats with the highest cuteness to chaos ratio. A cat that can look adorable while knocking over a vase is considered a blue-chip investment. Market crashes occur when too many cats simultaneously decide to nap instead of causing mischief, leading to a sudden drop in economic activity. Banks adapt to the new system by offering treat savings accounts, where humans can deposit snacks for their feline overlords to withdraw at will. Interest is paid in headbutts, with compound interest calculated based on the frequency of purring. Loan approvals depend entirely on whether the cat in charge of the bank branch finds your shoes comfortable to sleep on. The job market shifts to prioritize feline-approved roles. The most sought-after position is Senior Sunbeam Manager, responsible for ensuring optimal light distribution throughout the day. Other high-paying jobs include Chief Treat Dispenser, Lap Availability Coordinator, and Master of the Red Dot. Unemployment rates drop dramatically as every human is assigned the title of full-time servant by default. Retail businesses adapt to the new economy. Pet stores become luxury boutiques offering artisanal catnip and handcrafted feather toys. Grocery stores dedicate entire aisles to gourmet tuna and specialty cat food. The most profitable section in every store is the cardboard box display, where customers can purchase pre-assembled boxes in various sizes and textures. Real estate values are determined by feline preferences. Homes with large windows, multiple sunbeam access points, and high perches command premium prices. The housing market experiences a boom in catios, enclosed outdoor spaces where cats can safely lounge while judging the neighborhood birds. Apartments without balconies or windowsills are nearly impossible to sell, no matter how affordable. The insurance industry thrives under the new system. Policies cover everything from accidental laser pointer loss to sudden furniture scratching sprees. The most expensive premiums are for midnight zoomies coverage, which protects against property damage caused by cats racing through the house at 3 a.m. International trade focuses on feline essentials. Countries rich in catnip become economic superpowers, while those with abundant cardboard box production enjoy steady growth. Trade disputes arise over the quality of feather toys and the proper ratio of crunch to softness in cat food. Tariffs are imposed on inferior scratching posts, leading to tense negotiations at the United Nations. Taxation becomes a personal affair. Humans are required to pay their taxes in the form of belly rubs, chin scratches, and timely food deliveries. Audits are conducted by teams of cats who assess whether humans are meeting their daily affection quotas. Failure to comply results in penalties, such as having to sleep on the edge of the bed while the cat takes the entire middle. Yet despite the new economic order, one mystery remains: why cats insist on bringing their humans gifts of random household objects at 3 a.m. Some economists suggest it's a form of barter. Others believe it's an attempt to stimulate the economy by creating demand for replacement items. The truth may never be known, much like why a cat will ignore an expensive toy to play with a crumpled piece of paper. As we'll explore next, the political landscape under feline rule creates a system where elections are decided by naps, treaties are signed with butt-scented wax, and the most powerful position is supreme lap. Now we turn our attention to the political arena under feline governance. The first major change comes in the form of election reform. Voting booths are replaced with heated cat beds where candidates must demonstrate their worthiness by remaining perfectly still for hours. Campaign promises focus on tangible benefits like unlimited treats and no more vet visits. The most successful politicians master the art of looking both regal and slightly offended at all times. Government buildings undergo significant renovations. The traditional Oval Office becomes a circular sunroom with floor-to-ceiling windows. Important documents are no longer signed with pens but with carefully placed paw prints. The National Archives consist primarily of nap schedules and records of who scratched which furniture last Tuesday. Legislative sessions adopt new rules of procedure. Bills are passed by a simple majority of cats sitting on them. The filibuster is replaced with the endless stare, a tactic where lawmakers lock eyes with opponents until someone blinks. Cabinet meetings occur exclusively at 4 a.m. when energy levels are highest, though attendance is optional if a particularly comfortable sunspot is available. Foreign policy becomes refreshingly straightforward. Diplomatic relations are established by sniffing another nation's representatives and then either rubbing against them or ignoring them completely. Trade agreements include clauses requiring daily belly rub exchanges and mutual access to prime window perches. Border disputes are settled by seeing which country's cats can occupy the contested territory longest without getting bored. The justice system operates on feline principles of swift and arbitrary justice. Courtroom decorum requires all participants to maintain intense eye contact while slowly blinking. The burden of proof rests entirely on whether the defendant can produce an alibi for where they were during nap time. Public defenders are replaced by cardboard boxes. If you can fit inside, you're presumed innocent. Local government flourishes in unexpected ways. Neighborhood watch programs consist of cats observing everything from high vantage points and reporting suspicious activity, defined as anything that interrupts their naps. Zoning laws mandate that all new construction must include at least one inconveniently placed perch from which to judge passers-by. The military-industrial complex transforms into the treat-industrial complex. Defense budgets are allocated to developing increasingly elaborate food puzzle toys and automated laser pointer systems. The most elite Special Forces unit specializes in knocking objects off high shelves with pinpoint accuracy. War games consist of stealthily ambushing feather wands and strategically napping in formation. Political scandals take on new meaning. A leader might face impeachment for secretly enjoying belly rubs or being caught using a scratching post like some common house cat. Leaked documents revealing a politician's true age calculated in nap years rather than calendar years can shake public confidence to its core. Civil service exams now test for essential skills like interpreting subtle tail flicks and predicting exactly when a cat will decide the food they demanded is suddenly unacceptable. Government employees receive performance bonuses based on how quickly they can produce a warm lap on demand. Yet despite these sweeping changes, one political mystery endures: why cats will loudly demand to go outside only to immediately demand to come back in. Some theorists suggest it's a commentary on the futility of borders. Others believe it's a power play to keep humans in a constant state of door-opening servitude. The truth may be lost to history. Much like that one toy mouse your cat definitely hid under the fridge but will never admit to. As we'll explore next, the education system under feline rule creates curious hybrids of naptime and learning, where the most important subject is proper human training in recess lasts precisely until the cat gets bored watching. Now let's examine the education system under feline rule. The first major reform is the introduction of the feline curriculum, which prioritizes essential life skills over traditional subjects. The school day begins with a mandatory 2-hour nap time, followed by advanced courses like the art of the silent judgmental stare and effective door meowing techniques. Attendance is optional if the student can prove they're occupying a particularly good sunbeam at home. Classrooms are redesigned to maximize feline comfort. Desks are replaced with heated cushions, and chalkboards are moved to floor level for easier paw writing. The most prestigious schools feature wall-to-wall cat trees and automated treat dispensers. Libraries are stocked entirely with books on topics like how to train your human and the science of knocking things over. Teachers undergo rigorous training to master the feline-approved pedagogy. Lessons are delivered in short bursts between naps, and students are graded on their ability to remain perfectly still while being used as a pillow. Pop quizzes consist of sudden feather wand attacks to test reflexes. The most challenging exam is the Midnight Zoomies simulation, where students must navigate an obstacle course while a cat runs between their legs. Higher education institutions adapt to the new system. Ivy League schools become known for their world-class napping facilities and advanced scratching post research programs. Graduation ceremonies require students to walk across a stage while balancing a cat on their head. The valedictorian speech is replaced with a synchronized slow blink performance. Vocational training focuses on practical skills for serving feline overlords. Programs include professional lap warming, emergency treat procurement, and advanced cardboard box construction. The most competitive course is the art of the perfect belly rub, which has a 90% failure rate due to the inherent unpredictability of feline approval. Extracurricular activities reflect feline interests. The chess club is replaced by the laser pointer chase club, where students strategize the most efficient ways to corner the elusive red dot. The drama club performs adaptations of classic plays with all roles played by cats, including a particularly moving rendition of Hamlet where the titular character spends most of the play staring at a wall. School lunches undergo a dramatic transformation. Cafeterias serve gourmet cat food alongside human meals, with students required to taste test each dish before serving it to their feline overlords. The most popular item is the mystery meat surprise, which is actually just the same tuna every day but presented in different shaped bowls. Parent-teacher conferences focus on feline-approved metrics. Discussions center around how well the student is meeting their daily affection quota and whether they're properly maintaining their role as a warm surface. Report cards include sections like ability to open doors on command and resistance to tripping over cats in the dark. Yet despite these educational advancements, one mystery remains: why cats will sit on a student's homework just as they're about to finish it. Some educators suggest it's a test of patience. Others believe it's a commentary on the futility of human ambition. The truth may be lost to academia, much like that one pencil your cat definitely batted under the couch but will never admit to. As we'll explore next, the healthcare system under feline rule creates a curious blend of purr therapy and nap-based treatments, where the most common prescription is more sunbeam exposure, and the waiting room chairs are all heated. Now let's delve into the healthcare system under feline rule. The first major change is the introduction of purr therapy as the primary treatment for all ailments. Hospitals are redesigned to maximize feline comfort, with heated beds in every room and windowsills wide enough for multiple cats to judge the outside world. The most prestigious medical centers feature advanced scratching post technology and 24/7 treat dispensers. Doctors undergo extensive training in feline-approved medicine. Diagnoses are made based on how long a patient can remain still while being used as a pillow. The most common prescription is more sunbeam exposure, followed closely by aggressive headbutts as needed. Surgeries are performed with the assistance of cats, who ensure the operating table remains warm and the instruments are properly knocked onto the floor at critical moments. Pharmacies stock entirely new medications. The best-selling drug is naproxen, a powerful sedative that helps humans achieve the perfect level of stillness for feline napping. Other popular options include Treatadol for sudden hunger pangs and laserpointerol for hyperactivity. Placebo pills are replaced with empty food bowls, which somehow still produce a calming effect. Mental health care evolves to focus on feline well-being. Therapists specialize in helping humans cope with the emotional toll of being ignored by their cats. Group therapy sessions consist of sharing stories about the time your cat finally allowed one belly rub before immediately attacking your hand. The most effective treatment is the Midnight Zoomies support group, where patients bond over their shared experiences of tripping over cats in the dark. Emergency services adapt to the new system. Ambulances are equipped with heated laps and automated treat dispensers to calm patients during transport. The most common emergency call is for sudden loss of lap availability, followed closely by accidental door closing incidents. Firefighters are trained to rescue cats from trees, though they often find the cats have already climbed down and are waiting at the door to be let back in. Dental care takes on new meaning. The most sought-after procedure is the feline teeth whitening, which involves brushing a cat's teeth without losing a finger. Human dentists are required to wear protective gear made entirely of cardboard, as it's the only material cats won't scratch. The most prestigious dental schools offer advanced courses in the art of the silent toothbrush approach. Veterinary medicine becomes the most respected field in healthcare. Vets are treated like celebrities, with their own line of gourmet treats and luxury scratching posts. The most challenging cases involve diagnosing why a cat suddenly hates the food it loved yesterday. The most prestigious award in the field is the Golden Litter Box, given to vets who can clean up after a cat without being judged too harshly. Health insurance plans focus on feline-approved coverage. Premiums are based on how often a human is used as a pillow and how quickly they can produce a warm lap on demand. The most expensive plans include coverage for accidental laser pointer loss and sudden furniture scratching sprees. Yet despite these healthcare advancements, one mystery remains: why cats will suddenly decide to sit on your face when you're sick. Some medical experts suggest it's a form of healing per therapy. Others believe it's a power play to remind you who's really in charge. The truth may be lost to medicine, much like that one cough drop your cat definitely batted under the fridge but will never admit to. As we'll explore next, the transportation system under feline rule creates a network of warm laps and sunbeam-powered vehicles. Where the most common traffic jam is caused by a single sunspot on the sidewalk. Now let's explore the transportation system under feline rule. The first major change is the introduction of lap transit, a network of warm human laps moving at naptime speeds. Public transportation consists entirely of humans sitting in designated areas, ready to provide a comfortable surface for feline commuters. The most popular route is the Sunbeam Express, which follows the path of optimal sunlight throughout the day. Personal vehicles undergo significant redesign. Cars are equipped with heated seats, automated treat dispensers, and built-in scratching posts. The most luxurious models feature sunroofs that double as sunbeam concentrators and sound systems that play only the most soothing purrs. Traffic laws are revised to prioritize feline safety, with strict penalties for driving too fast defined as any speed that might disturb a cat's nap. Air travel adapts to the new system. Airplanes are retrofitted with first-class napping pods and in-flight treat service. The most prestigious airlines offer per class, where passengers are guaranteed a warm lap and uninterrupted nap time for the duration of the flight. Security checks focus on ensuring no cat is separated from their favorite human, even if it means delaying the entire flight. Shipping and logistics prioritize feline comfort. Delivery trucks are equipped with heated beds and automated laser pointer systems to keep cats entertained during long hauls. The most valuable cargo is gourmet cat food, which is transported in climate-controlled vehicles to maintain optimal freshness. Tracking systems are updated to include real-time updates on the location of every cardboard box in transit. Bicycle lanes are replaced with cat walkways, designated paths where cats can safely roam without interference from humans or vehicles. The most popular routes lead to the best sunbeam spots and bird-watching vantage points. Bicycle racks are retrofitted to double as scratching posts, ensuring they remain useful even when no bikes are present. Traffic management becomes an art form. The most common traffic jam is caused by a single sunspot on the sidewalk attracting too many cats. Traffic lights are replaced with purr signals, which change based on feline whim rather than any logical pattern. The most prestigious job in the field is sunbeam coordinator, responsible for ensuring optimal light distribution throughout the city. Public transportation hubs undergo significant renovations. Train stations and bus terminals are redesigned to include heated waiting areas and automated treat dispensers. The most popular amenity is the nap lounge, where commuters can rest while their feline overlords judge the outside world from high perches. Ticket prices are based on how quickly a human can produce a warm lap on demand. Maritime travel adapts to the new system. Cruise ships are retrofitted with luxury napping decks and 24/7 treat service. The most prestigious voyages are the sunbeam cruises, which follow the path of optimal sunlight across the ocean. Security checks focus on ensuring no cat is separated from their favorite human, even if it means delaying the entire voyage. Yet despite these transportation advancements, one mystery remains: why cats will loudly demand to go outside only to immediately demand to come back in. Some transportation experts suggest it's a commentary on the futility of borders. Others believe it's a power play to keep humans in a constant state of door-opening servitude. The truth may be lost to logistics, much like that one toy mouse your cat definitely hid under the fridge but will never admit to. As we'll explore next, the arts and entertainment industry under feline rule creates curious hybrids of naptime and creativity, where the most popular show is 24/7 live streams of birds at a bird feeder, and the most prestigious award is the Golden Litter Box. Now let's dive into the arts and entertainment industry under feline rule. The first major shift is the rise of naptime cinema, where the most popular films are long, uneventful shots of sunbeams moving across a room. Box office success is measured by how many audience members fall asleep during the screening. The most prestigious award is the Golden Litter Box, given to films that best capture the essence of feline indifference. Music charts are dominated by soothing purrs and the rhythmic tapping of paws on hardwood floors at 3 a.m. The most popular genre is crinklecore, featuring songs made entirely of crinkling paper bag sounds. Concerts are held in sunbeam-filled arenas, with audiences required to remain perfectly still to avoid disturbing the performers. The most sought-after ticket is for the annual Performance Art Festival, where cats dramatically flop over in doorways for hours on end. Theater productions adapt to feline tastes. The most successful plays are minimalist performances where actors sit silently while cats judge them from high perches. The most challenging role is the human lap, which requires actors to remain perfectly still for hours while being used as a pillow. The most prestigious award is the Slow Blink Tony, given to performances that best capture the art of the silent judgmental stare. Literature evolves to focus on feline-approved topics. Bestsellers include How to Serve Your Human and The Art of the Silent Judgmental Stare. Poetry becomes short, impactful verses like, "Food bowl half empty, yet you claim to love me, monster." The Nobel Prize in Literature goes to an orange tabby who published his memoir entirely through knocking books off shelves in meaningful sequences. Visual arts embrace new movements like scratching post-minimalism and hairball expressionism. Museums display masterpieces such as paw prints on freshly cleaned windows and the toilet water splatter collection. The most prestigious award is the Claw Print Prize, given to artists who best capture the essence of feline chaos. Television programming undergoes a dramatic shift. Reality TV is replaced by 24/7 live streams of birds at a bird feeder. The most watched show is called Box or Not Box, where contestants guess whether various objects are, in fact, boxes suitable for sitting. The most prestigious award is the Purr Emmy, given to shows that best capture the art of knocking things off tables. Video games adapt to feline tastes. The most popular game is Laser Pointer Chase Simulator, where players control a laser dot that cats chase through increasingly complex obstacle courses. The most challenging level is the endless stare, where players must maintain eye contact with a cat without blinking. The most prestigious award is the Golden Paw, given to games that best capture the essence of feline mischief. Yet despite these artistic advancements, one mystery remains: why cats will sit on a book just as you're about to read it. Some art critics suggest it's a commentary on the futility of human creativity. Others believe it's a power play to remind you who's really in charge. The truth may be lost to art history, much like that one pencil your cat definitely batted under the couch but will never admit to. As we'll explore next, the sports industry under feline rule creates curious hybrids of nap time and athleticism, where the most popular event is competitive napping and the most prestigious award is the Golden Litter Box. Now we arrive at the grand finale of our feline-dominated world, where sports have been completely reimagined to suit our furry overlords. The Olympic Games have transformed into the Nappy Olympics, featuring events like synchronized yawning and the 100-meter sprint then suddenly stop for no reason. The marathon has been replaced by the endless stare, where competitors must maintain eye contact with a judge until someone blinks. Gold medals are actually just the shiniest pieces of crumpled aluminum foil. The most popular team sport is box hockey, where players must defend their cardboard fortress while simultaneously batting small objects into opponents' territories. The championship trophy is an oversized scratching post that the winning team immediately ignores in favor of the shipping box it came in. Cheerleaders perform elaborate routines with feather wands, though the real entertainment comes from watching the cats completely disregard their efforts. Individual sports have also evolved. Competitive napping draws millions of viewers who tune in to watch athletes achieve the perfect combination of sprawl positions and snoring techniques. High jump now involves leaping onto increasingly precarious surfaces like refrigerators and bookshelves. The most controversial event remains belly rub roulette, where competitors attempt the dangerous art of tummy touches without losing a hand. Water sports consist mainly of sink sitting and toilet water tapping. The judging criteria focus on the elegance of paw placement and the dramatic flair of suddenly deciding you're afraid of water. The most prestigious aquatic award goes to the cat who can make the biggest mess while pretending to drink daintily from a glass. Winter sports have been redefined entirely. Curling is now played with actual curled-up cats who may or may not choose to slide across the ice. Figure skating consists of elegant slips and recoveries on freshly mopped kitchen floors. The bobsled event was cancelled after multiple incidents of cats using the sled as a napping surface mid-race. The sports commentary industry has adapted accordingly. Announcers whisper play-by-plays to avoid disturbing the athletes. Concentration, red, naps. The most respected analysts are those who can interpret subtle tail flicks and ear twitches to predict a competitor's next move. Instant replay focuses exclusively on slow-motion footage of cats looking mildly offended by their own reflections. Sports medicine has become primarily concerned with treating cases of overstimulated zoomies and sudden nap relapse. Trainers specialize in preparing athletes for the grueling 3 a.m. crazies event, where competitors must maintain peak energy levels during the most inconvenient hours. The most common performance-enhancing substance is catnip, though its use remains controversial in professional circles. Yet despite these sporting innovations, one mystery endures: why cats will watch sports with intense focus for exactly 17 seconds before completely losing interest. Some sports psychologists suggest it's a commentary on the fleeting nature of competition. Others believe it's simply because a sunbeam appeared elsewhere. The truth may never be known, much like why your cat suddenly decided the $300 cat tree is inferior to the Amazon delivery box it came in. And with that, we conclude our journey through a world ruled by cats. If you've enjoyed imagining this alternate reality, don't forget to like this episode, comment below about how your own cat would fare in this new world order, and subscribe to What If Horizons for more mind-bending explorations of the impossible. Until next time, may your laps stay warm and your furniture remain scratch-free.